everyone. In this video, I want to talk about my personal journey, how it's like to be fresh graduate with triple degree program while still not being employed, and why I don't believe in the 9-to-5 job. And I want to share this story with you as kind of inspiration, because I feel that I'm pretty much at the beginning of my journey, and I think it could be relatable to you to follow me together on this journey and see that living life to our fullest potential is super possible, because I absolutely believe that it is possible to not be full-time employed and being self-employed by my own company and running my own business, which will help me to travel the world and being financially independent and deciding where I want to go and when and with whom I want to spend my time. So in this video, I want to give you some points of view of mine, which I am telling to my friends, and I want to tell them to yourself as well. So why I don't believe in 9-to-5 job. So first of all, I don't believe in 9-to-5 job and the necessity of 9-to-5 job. It's simply because I see so many people around me, and I kind of was lucky enough to meet a lot of people who are entrepreneurs and who were able to escape the race and the rat race while creating their own businesses and traveling and so on. And just this fact, when I see others that they did what is my dream, I absolutely believe that this is possible for me as well, because when I see that others did that and were able and successful, why not me? Understand? And that's why I'm actually creating this video as well, because I believe it can be quite good motivation for you as well to follow me on this journey. The other point why I don't really believe in 9-to-5 job is just because the market is changing, and not only because we have the pandemic and everything is more online. I just believe that through the robots and artificial intelligence and general, the things are getting more automated, and I think that the market is changing, that's for sure, because when we see our parents, they went and they pursued one single career until they retired. This is simply not our reality. Do you agree? I guess we all can agree on that nowadays when you enter to a company, that after a couple of years you're naturally going somewhere else, just because that's kind of the natural evolvement of the market. I also believe that the market changed in the sense of the gig economy, that nowadays you can go on Fiverr and you can go on Udemy or whatever, you can learn anything, but you can also do the work from anywhere in the world. And while for someone it can be just small gigs, there are, however, a lot of people who earn full-time income by just helping others through these websites and doing some gigs or being teachers online and so on. So I think this is self-explanatory, and I believe that it shows that it's completely possible, because often what I've noticed, that people are stopped by living different life than 9-to-5 just because they don't believe there is another option. Other point why I don't believe in 9-to-5 is just I don't believe that we can be as productive when we work 8 hours a day. For some it might work, but some people prefer to work in the morning, some of them in the night, some of them like to split it and so on. And I also think that 9-to-5 completely kills your freedom and also productivity and creativity, especially if you're working in the creative industry, that sometimes it seems like for 2 months you are doing nothing, and then the idea come, and then for 10 days you're not even leaving your house, but you are done with the project. I feel like creativity comes in waves, and it's impossible to command creativity, be creative right now. You understand what I mean? Other reason why I don't want to be part of the 9-to-5 is just because I feel like the lack of flexibility. When I feel sick and I still have to work, or when my friend is having wedding and I cannot go because I don't have enough vacation days, or when there is interesting conference and I don't have enough vacation days, I just feel like this lack of flexibility and freedom really, I feel so anxious. I don't know, I feel like so many people just accepted this reality, and I feel like growing up with a mom which was self-employed, not really like billionaire at all. She was just like a single mom, but she was self-employed, and this gave her the freedom to basically be with me the entire day. And then unfortunately she had to spend nights working, but then she was able to spend the time with me. And I feel like this possibility to be flexible, it's so important, and I don't want to end up spending most of my years just for someone's sake. Understand? I also think that if you are in 9-to-5 job, then and this is just my opinion, it depends of the company and of also the people and so on, but I think that if you are not in 9-to-5 job, then you have more opportunities to grow and educate yourself. Definitely you need a lot of discipline, you need to be super disciplined, super laser focused, because if you are in 9-to-5, then you really need to come and you know when your shift ends. But when you're self-employed or when you're running your own business, then this is kind of blurred, and you will be getting a lot of invitations like, hey, let's go to this party, let's go to this trip, and you need to learn to say no. Believe me, it took me, and I'm still struggling with saying no. And absolutely the hardest thing is when you're self-employed or you're running your own business or you are freelancer, then people think you're unemployed and you have the free time all the time. And this is exactly what I'm going through right now. And you need to stop being kind of like the people pleaser, and you need to prioritize the business right now. For some people it really helps to set the 9-to-5 anyway, because then it's kind of easier. But we know that if you're, or I see it myself, that when I'm entrepreneur, then I need to work sometimes longer hours, but then I can take holiday whenever I want. So also what I meant by limited opportunities, I feel like the 9-to-5 will give you the same paycheck every month, unless you work in a sales or you're staying in the company for years. Then every year your salary will be probably higher, hopefully. However, I think that if you are self-employed, then you can decide with projects you want to work, what clients you want to pursue. You can even set your own price, and I feel this is such empowering thing for our self-esteem, for our ego, for ourselves. And when you're able to really say your price and people say yes for maybe first, second, third time, you're like, ooh, it feels really exciting. And I feel like if you're not in the 9-to-5 job, it's much harder. However, the learning curve is massive. It's massive. This is how I feel. When I was talking about the lack of flexibility, the reason why I'm not pursuing 9-to-5 job is also the monotonous routine, that it's like you're in the same office every single day. And I don't know, I feel like studying Erasmus, Mundus and doing so many international projects, like the same work at the same place for years, feels just so weird to me. And I feel like this is just not for me, like the monotonous routine, taking the same bus and going the same way to the office and so on. And this is exactly what I want to escape. However, I still know that if I want to be successful and running my brand and business, I still need to have this monotonous routine. However, I kind of can be flexible, but still need to stay disciplined. The other reason why I think I feel that 9-to-5 is not for me is just I feel that I need to pursue my passion to be happy, and I absolutely believe it can be monetizable, like helping other people to fulfill their dreams and living the life to the fullest. This is my passion. It's my passion to talk to you guys, to give you my experience and to listen to your thoughts, and communicating and writing and presenting and just like content creator. This is my passion, and I feel that if I was doing this like 9-to-5 for someone else, I feel like my soul would not really be happy. And I know this is not the same for everyone out there, and I feel that's just fantastic because everyone is different, and it would be really boring if we all were the same. However, my passion is content creation, and I just want to pursue it full time. And yeah, that's simply the reason why I've decided not to follow a 9 to 5, and just because I don't want to raise someone else's brand, and I want to be my brand and my business myself. And last but not least, I feel that people decide to go for 9 to 5 sometimes for the visa issues or for like the necessity to have the money right now, and I absolutely understand it. I was lucky enough that I was working really hard during my studies, and now I can, let's say, be without an income for a month or for a couple of weeks, and I am basically not dying from hunger. And I did some wise investments when I was younger, and I feel like this is kind of, you will always say thank you to your younger self when you do some wise decisions. But what I want to say that people often secure and stay in the 9 to 5 their entire life just because they feel like it's really secure and a wise decision to do. However, I will give you an example. If you want to buy a house, let's say really nice house, and how much money would you have to save up, and how much money you would be able to save up from your day job? Would you be able to even buy the house in this life? Because usually we want to buy a house when we are starting a family, so let's say in 5 or 10 years. And I feel that this vision that from day job one day we will eventually become rich and like really rich, it's just nonsense, unfortunately, unless again you're doing some shady works or you're doing in some really high ticket sales or something like what pays you a lot. But usually there is a quote that the company are paying you enough for you to stay, and you're staying because the company pay you enough for you to stay, but not more. And I feel like it's just a pity when I see really smart, successful and driven people, and I feel like they don't live the life to their fullest potential. However, if you feel like there are other benefits of working 9 to 5 for sure, and I am missing them a lot as a one-person company, that I don't have the culture, the company culture, and I don't have my colleagues, and I am often alone, and being an entrepreneur is absolutely lonely road. And I admit it, and I don't think it's for everyone. I don't think that 9 to 5 is better or whatsoever. I just want you to explain why I have decided to take this road, and maybe to inspire you to do the same, or just understand other points of view and so on. So I hope this video was helpful. Let me know what you think about this path. I would say like 10 years ago this would be quite unusual. However, I think that people who have obtained some master degrees and are not pursuing necessarily like employment jobs, there are more and more people like that. So I would not even say it's quite unusual way to go, but kind of, I would say, depends on the social backgrounds we're coming from. Guys, I am really glad that you're here, and please leave me a comment and maybe send it to some of your friends if you enjoy the content, and see you in the next video. Bye bye!